All right. So another losing day. Get right into it. Another losing day. Another three losing trade day. So now I'm down 0 for 6 on the start of the new year. It's the fourth. It's Saturday. So I literally lost three trades on Thursday and three trades on Friday. Yeah. So I was kind of upset. I was really upset. So I don't even remember where the hell I took my losses at. But I could tell you where I should have took some wins. Right. So this is a new week opening gap. Right. I'm sorry. It's a new day opening gap. A new day opening gap. So we got the first rejection here. So 9:30 open, it just comes up, smacks this first percent fair value gap, and then just runs to the new day opening gap. Now, the fact that you see it coming into the zone and then displaced down, it gave you what you want to see, right? It gave you this. It gave the first touch of the fair value right here. You know what I'm saying? So you see how you could have caught this, put your stop above equilibrium of this gap, targeting this low right here. It would have been 60 points. Could have caught that. And then right after that, right after the touch to here, because now this is an area where what we're expecting it to bounce at. Right? Bounces here. We all know the order block starts from up here. Right? So the moment it closes above, you see right here didn't close, came back down, respected this new order block that it made, which is the propulsion. Which is the propulsion. And right here, this level, if as long as this level don't get taken, don't get swept right here, this play is still valid. Right? This level did not get swept, which is the new order block TP. Right? The best thing what I'm learning is wait for a sweep. Wait for a sweep. Right? So you see how it got these lows right here. You see how it came in here and swept some of these lows, but left this intact because if it would have took this, it would have took the propulsion block. Right? Then TP, another one. That's why when you actually take your time and you start actually just like going back and doing some research on your own trades, you'll see exactly where you could have actually capitalized that and where you actually messed up at. Right? So remember, this is an area where we're expecting it to reject from, right? Or to just break out of it, come back, retest it, and go. Right? Because this is a PD array. Look what happens. You see how it's consolidating? So it hits here, right? It comes back into the zone. Now it's consolidating. Now remember, this is a fair value gap. So if we're bullish, you want to see bearish candles hold that support, right? And if you're bullish, you want to see fair value gaps only the upper half get traded to. We don't want to see this aggressive inversion right here because it's showing that it literally inverted this bullish fair value gap, right? Leaving this breakaway gap, leaving this breakaway gap, right? Returning to this fair value gap. So if we're super heavy, we're not going to have the willingness to come back into this first fair value gap, right? We're just going to stay at this first one, reject, stay in the lower half of it, sweep all of these lows right here. And you see how it was relative lows right here, double bottom, like a double bottom. You see, it gets swept. Once it gets swept, creates another order block here. Create a fair value gap here. Now remember, if I'm bullish, I don't want to see it come down here, right? But remember, the wicks do the damage, the bodies tell the story, right? So yes, it came way down here. This was a big red candle at one point, but that's why you have to wait till the candlestick closes, Because if you would have waited till the candlestick closes, you would have saw that it stopped and closed back above, showing this is nice support, showing that it's holding. And you see there's no candlestick closes in this fair value gap at all. Right? There's no candlestick close, there's only wicks. Right? And we got our sweep, creating a new order block right here, because we know these three down close candles, aggressive close above here is the order block. And even though it didn't create the fair value gap, right? Even though it didn't create the fair value gap, let me erase these lines so you can see what I'm talking about. So now we're talking about this new order block right here. These three down close candles, right? Let me try to fib. You go from here to the low. I'm not gonna count this wick because this wick is super extended, right? So it just counts from the regular low. So you see how it's stopping. It didn't even have the willingness to come down to the to equilibrium, right? And remember, the most sensitive part of the order block, is actually from here to here. But the fact that it's three candles, this is the most sensitive part of the order block now. If it's one candle, it's only going to be the top to the open, right? But if it's multiple candles, go to the first one right here. This is the most sensitive part of the order block, right? So let me show you what I'm looking at from here to here. Because we got the open, we got the down close candles, open high, close low. So we got the open and we got the high wick. So this is the most sensitive part of the order block, which is the high wick to the open, right? Mean threshold is right here. So now you see how the candles coming inside of here is digging inside of here, but you see it don't have the willingness to come down deeper, showing this is respecting this order block. Then look, rallies up. It rallies all the way up. As we see here, you see it rallies all the way up, right? Then what happens after that? What happens after that? It comes all the way back down again to test it again, right? To test it. Look what happened. It comes and it stops right at the most sensitive part of the order block. Now you could have got your long, showing it's valid. Could have put your stop at this low. Look at that, 18 points, and you would have been targeting back up at the highs. Or you could have been targeting whichever liquidity. So let's say me, I probably would end up targeting this the new day opening gap because that's where my target is, right? And look, you could have called a crazy. I could have called a crazy 4.15 hour trade, but I was thinking like Friday wasn't really a good day. I just came off of a Thursday loss of $200 and I got another $200 loss right on Friday. So now I'm negative like almost 100 points on the first two trading days of the start of the new year. But it's okay because that's why we journal. That's why we write all these things down. That's why we just do some market recaps of my trades so I can figure out what I did right and what I did wrong. And I'm getting a better understanding because I never did it this deep before, like writing everything down, writing every trade, writing every loss, writing everything down. Now I'm able to see like, damn, I have been over trading. I do be trading with emotions. I do, do all the bad things. So now I gotta start minimizing certain things so I can become a good trader, right? Understanding about the breakers and the order blocks and understanding when I'm supposed to trade, when I'm not supposed to trade. So I'm saying all of these things and all of these things you're only gonna be able to understand all these things until you actually write them all down, right? And literally go back and analyze your trades, right? Because you think you may know, you think you don't have to go back and journal, you think you don't have to go back and do these type of things. But if you continue to keep getting the same results, which is unprofitability, you have to do something different, right? Remember, thinking, hoping, and praying that something changed when you're doing the same exact thing is insanity. It's insane to think and believe that something's going to magically change if you're doing the same exact things, right? So that's why becoming the person that do the thing to eventually have Mr. and Mrs. Profitability is so important. So key, you have to become the person because you're only going to be able to print money out of these markets consistently if you're the person. It's no luck. Remember, we have to consistently, continually make money and pull monies out of the market, right? You don't want to keep putting more money back into the market and you're not putting the money out. That's why you want to, before you go to trading live funds, before you go into actually doing all these things, you want to actually understand, what you're doing. Because on my first couple of years, I blew a lot of $1,000 just thinking I know certain things, right? When it's molded me and it's changing me to become the person who can understand these things, right? So every step of the way, now I'm understanding like, I have to get better, I have to grow, I have to stop making the bad decisions, right, in my trading journey. So yeah, man. So day two is a failure. So we finished the first week of January negative, negative like $400 and stuff like that, around 100 and something points. So I gotta jot that down. And then another thing I used to do is I used to actually take how I used to feel the day before into the new trading day. And I've learned you cannot take how you feel from your previous losses into the new trading day because it's a brand new day. Right? One thing I learned is how you feel creates how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that get attracted to you. Right. So basically, what worries you masters you. Right. You don't want to be worrying so much about certain things that it's going to literally become your master. Right. Some people remember what you worry about constantly is your master. So if you're consciously worrying about how to pay the bills, how to pay the bills, it's gonna master you, and you're not gonna be living thinking in the moment, right? That's how you get anxiety. You're thinking it for tomorrow. You're thinking stuff for tomorrow. It's not even tomorrow yet. You need to think about today. What can you do today that will make your life better today in the moment? You focus on tomorrow, tomorrow. You understand? You want to plan stuff out, but you don't want to just leave things to chance. You want to plan what you want to do, and then tomorrow I'm gonna focus on that tomorrow. Today I need to focus on these things today. And you just crawl before you walk. So this wasn't really a good video for me to come on here. I didn't really want to do it because of my losses and stuff like that. But that's what it is about being transparent, right? Show your wins, show your losses. You gotta show your losses just how you show your wins. Everybody be so happy to show their wins, right? So now I'm switching it. Even though I've been showing my losses, I've been showing my wins. I'm starting to actually just show more of just everything. And then this is something I'm doing new, which is my market analysis on things that I could have done better. Right. This is how I journal my trades. Instead of me writing my stuff down, I can actually go back to the charts and do my journaling literally on the charts and on paper, and I get a better analysis of what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So that was Friday. So Thursday trading day also I got smoked. I got smoked also on this day. And it's all because of lack of patience, lack of discipline, not following certain things. And you already know, man, once you go on a losing streak, it'd be a wrap after that. So I catch y'all on the rebound, man. I catch y'all on Monday. Let's get it.